Hey friends, this is Terry with Lovey's Pups, bringing the love and culture of white German Shepherds here to North Texas, USA. Today I want to remove from you guilt and pressure and a feeling of inadequacy that many of us have. I want to talk to you today about dog food. Now, there are 458 different kinds of dog food according to my exhaustive research today. We have adjectives like science and wholesome and organic, of course, that's popular right now, and enriched and healthy. And did I say science? It seems like everyone now has science, okay? And we have natural ingredients, yeah? And these are curated just for your dog. In fact, Rachel Ray even is in her kitchen right now coming up with tasty morsels for your Max and Luna. Now, here's what I want to talk about today. I have 4 university degrees, including 2 law degrees, and I have to tell you, I cannot figure out what dog food is really made of. Now, lest you think you're smarter than me, let me just say this to you. Let me show you. This morsel right here, what we call kibble, I don't know why, it used to just be called dry dog food in a bag, has 35 ingredients in it. Now, when you look at the ingredients, it's basically coloring, which doesn't sound good. Dogs are colorblind anyway, so I think this is for our sake, not theirs. Second, there's a whole bunch of chemicals with 2 to 3 names. I can't figure out the adjectives versus the nouns. And then there's these things called meal. So it sounds like chicken meal and turkey meal and beef meal, which I think means ground up chicken that can't be sold to humans, so therefore it's shoved into dog food for flavoring is what I gather. Now, 35 for a 4-year-old German Shepherd, 39 for a puppy. Now, here's some things I want to talk to you about. Number 1, we have no idea what's in dog food, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but here's what I want to say. Let's quit pretending that we do. So, respectfully, don't ask me what you should feed your dog, because honestly, I don't know what I should feed my dog. Now, people tell me, oh, well, this has monothorphalofrolite, whatever. Okay, what am I to do with that? And by the way, what article did you just read on Facebook that told you that? Okay, now, let's, like all things, pray, use wisdom, be gracious, make the best decision you can, and see what happens to your dog, okay? If your dog's stool is runny or whatever, maybe you want to change. Now, when you look at the 450 different kinds of dog food, it still basically breaks out into 2 camps. There's this yucky smelling stuff in cans that dogs seem to wolf up like crazy. And again, it has 25 to 50 different ingredients. Or you have bags of kibble, which again, I don't know where that came from, but we used to call it dry dog food. Now, if you take a 50-pound bag for your German Shepherd dog, you're going to spend anywhere from $18 for Old Roy at Walmart, which some consider to be awful and, nasty. And yet I've known plenty of owners who've gotten 15 years out of their dog, feed them Old Roy. And then you go up to the 85 and up dollar a bag stuff that's supposedly scientific and full of Rachel Ray, Emerald Lagasse's special secret ingredients. And it's $85, and they say, well, all of our money is put back into our research and we don't do any advertisement. Well, but you're still charging $95 a bag, okay? So what's the difference of that $80? All right, now here's some suggestions for you. If your dog is overweight, don't just change dog food. This is a ridiculous question. Increase activity and cut in half its current consumption amount. Try that. Don't go to Facebook and ask 100 people you don't know what they think you should feed your dog. Now, let's talk about protein and carbs. Now, I used to be an athlete. I have a daughter who's an athlete. I've been a coach. If you are doing physical exercise, proteins and carbs are your best friends. If you're not doing physical exercise, protein and carbs are your worst enemies. Same thing with your dog. There is no reason why 95% of dogs need, quote, blue, I don't want to say buffalo, because I don't want to get sued by somebody. You do not need high protein dog food for dogs who are inactive 23 and a half hours a day, which the average dog is getting less than 30 minutes of activity, real activity a day. And by the way, taking them out to pee is not activity, guys. So you don't need to eat protein granola bars if you're an adult and take in pounds of pasta and rice and potatoes if you're physically doing nothing except, surfing the web. Okay, so many of our dogs are doing nothing more than figuratively surfing the web. Okay, they're watching you surf the web. So they don't need a lot of protein and carbohydrates. Now, let me just mention other things like, do you need different, dog food at different ages? Yeah, we do puppy chow or whatever it's now called, hard kibble food for our puppies. We do dog food in 50-pound bags for our older dog. Now, I will tell you candidly, if the stool of a German Shepherd is runny and not thick, you just need to reduce the amount you're feeding. There is something about our type of dog that eats so quickly it passes through before it has time to harden up, before it has time to, become more of a solid. So before you run out to your veterinarian and spend hundreds of dollars, and before you suddenly change your dog food type, just reduce the amount, okay? And oftentimes it will improve by itself. Respectfully, politely, again, please don't hate on me forever. We feed our dog bags of food that cost about $20-ish for a 50-pound bag. It could be at Kroger, it could be at Aldi, it could be at Sam's, it could be at Walmart. Candidly, we're not spending $85 out of guilt because we think if we spend $85 a bag, we love our dog more than you do if you spend $25. All right, I hope that this helps. I hope that it alleviates some pressure and guilt you may have, and that you can feed your dog and look and see for a response. It seems to be taking it in. Bowel movements are fine. Stick with it. Quit asking people what they think. Thank you. Have a great day.